Hey traders, Nick Shaheen here looking at oil. Disclosure, I am bearish oil, slightly short, very cutely using the options markets, using the USO ticker. My basis for the bearish sentiment is that oil should be probably around $38, $40. They probably won't let it go below 52, 55. I'm like, what are you talking about, Nick? Well, we're using less of it. ESG is full bloom. Electrification is full bloom. So we're going to be using less of it. That's what the whole world committed. Every car maker on the planet committed to that. And we have more producers than ever. They can produce more than ever. So we have more potential than ever and less usage than what we had before the pandemic. And we're not going to that according to all the quote experts. So not sure what they're talking about. And then it spikes on news of problems within OPEC. Problems within OPEC, it means they all forget the rules and they pump as much as they can. And if they do disband OPEC, not that I'm saying they will, that'll be very bearish oil prices because then it'll be a free-for-all and a race to who can sell more. So market share is golden for them. A good balance between market share and price will help them because they have to pay for all the social programs for the countries that have nothing but oil going for them. They're doing some changes there in order to have some sort of an income other than oil, but until that happens, they still need oil as their main source of income. So, I am bearish. I am not an oil expert. I'm just putting my trade in and booking my profit. I shorted Chevron several times successfully by selling call spreads, which are bear spreads, basically selling a call spread so that price doesn't hit it, and several times I won. I don't have a trade on Exxon. I do have a trade on the USO, and it's also a bearish call spread. So, and it's one. And I'm probably going to take it off today. I'm not sure. So how do I trade oil from here? Forget the experts. Forget my opinion. Forget everything. Just trade the freaking chart. It behaves like a chart, like any other chart. So this is a daily chart. 2 bad candles. You're trying to find where the bottom is. Looking at the daily chart is not enough, but from it there is information. First of all, there is support at 70. Why? Because those are 2 candles right there. They rejected 70, and in fact, the support arguably can be just below 71. But 70 is an absolute bounce. So it could bounce there. But if it does bounce there, what does it start drawing? And if it does bounce there, what happens? If it bounces, it's going to see resistance. I'm guaranteeing you that, and I'll show you on a lower time frames where it comes from. And then if it does happen, then you definitely cannot lose the bounce because then it becomes a head and shoulders with about 65 to 61 target, 62, 65 to 63 target, which puts you in a very solid support consolidation zone. So this was a nice, not wasted 3 months because now they have a legitimate bounce, even on the volume profile perspective, these guys. It's a good support level. So if I'm looking to catch the quote falling knife and I'm not hurried, I would wait for it to fall into here. How do I track it? Let's go down to an hourly, maybe 2 hours. Okay, this is gonna do 4 hours. Yeah, so 2 hours. On the bounce here, I expect sellers from levels around 73.5. This candle right there is speaking loudly. Look, you can see. In fact, this orange line I don't draw. It's automatically drawn from the volume profile. Shout out to TradingView. This is the platform from them. It's free. I don't get paid by them, by the way. I just get to play with the platform. It's free to get the basic, but if you pay up the first level, they give you this, at least this and other stuff. But this is what I would need, a volume profile. And it tells me that this line here, this zone, is the busiest, meaning now that they fell through it without stopping, when they go back up to it, it's going to be full of action. Full of action means hits the wall. So it's going to be resistive. So the bounce into 74, I bet you anything, the machines will fade it. In fact, if I draw it, I forget which one it is now. Okay, this one. If the bounce here is going to find sellers, I don't know where, and they're going to come back down to here somewhere. I ran out of room. Damn it, I hate when that happens. So this, will it come back and test here? And if it does, will it hold? Because if it doesn't, it's going, now it drew a right shoulder to something. So losing the last bounce zone causes more sellers to come in. So what am I saying? All I'm saying is expect sellers in here. Expect. That's how the bounce fails. They'll be selling inside this zone as it approaches 74. In fact, it could be lower too, somewhere around here. That's my guess. So if I zoom back out to 1 day, now you see the box where I drew it. So now you can start to see the picture that I just talked about. So yes, okay, it has bounce levels, but you don't want to bounce and then lose where you bounce from, because then it just invites more selling. Not a disaster, but definitely what caused this? My guess, and mind you, I'm not a Wall Street guy and I am not an oil guy. I just have common sense and I pay attention. So Goldman Sachs somewhere here started squawking about $80 oil. Suddenly now everybody's talking $80 oil, self-fulfilling prophecy. They created their own profits. I bet you $1 billion that they got out there. This was the exit point for Goldman Sachs. The SEC is not looking at anything. We clearly know that from what's going on between the Reddit and all the hedge funds. So it's a free-for-all. You know, trading desks, are they really now independent from their news desks? I'm not sure. So the side of Goldman Sachs that issues that, hey, I think oil is going to 80, are they talking ahead of time to the trading desk that says, hey, I just put a trade at, that would benefit from a run to 80 in oil? Anyway, speculation, of course. Nothing to do with these two companies, nothing against them or anything. Anyway, this is my own speculation. All right, that's it. Trading oil. I was bearish. I booked a lot of profits. I have some more bearish that I could book now. I don't need a drop to win. With my USO trade, I'm short up here. So as long as they don't make a new high, I win anyway. And it expires soon enough, and I may just book it today. Nick signing out.